So I went up to the Hinckley Institute of Politics, and he ushered me in and introduced me to you and said, "Have a good lunch." I'm sorry, Tim and Jim.
Yeah, he had a class probably or
Yeah,
something.
I won't be able to go with you. So we went out to lunch, and it was immediately that I realized that James B. Mayfield, the guru of international development, is going to be a crucial element of this program that we were doing.
My dad is not afraid to ask big questions. He's not afraid to tackle something that seems just improbable to ask. I mean, to really think about world hunger, people really kind of avoid those types of questions.
What separates Jim as a humanitarian is not just these incredibly good works of charity. It's coming up with sustainable solutions to age-old problems.
He talked to us about this principle that has really stuck with me ever since, that we're guests. We're not going there to fix their problems. We're going there by invitation as guests to learn.
He was there, 100%. And I always admire and thank him for that commitment of helping people and setting some replicable examples. That's what he was all about.
When I finished my military, I was assigned to the Counterintelligence Corps, CIC, and my job was to train and work with agents identifying spies. It was an interesting time. It essentially introduced me to the world. I remember thinking, am I going to stay in the Army or am I going to go into teaching? I had this desire to teach. I realized that I have a future here and I want to do something really important in my life. I go to Egypt for a year. And in Egypt is where I found my passion. When I went to Egypt, I was going to write a dissertation on local government reform. I thought, I really want to help people at that local level, but I didn't understand poverty. I'm working in the villages, and suddenly I see this man on the side of the road in front of his house, and he's sobbing, he's crying. And I said, "Tell me, what's the matter?" And he said, "My child has died and I'm heartbroken." And I said, "Well, did you take him to a doctor?" "No. There's no doctor in our village, and I don't have the money even to go to a doctor. I have no choice." I said to him, "Well, how much do you make in a month?" "What I make in 6 weeks is what he will make in 30 years. And I looked at him and I said, "This isn't right. This is immoral. This is absolutely immoral." And that's where my passion started.
I think he has made a tremendous influence in helping people understand that they can do something and they can make a difference.
I will say dhanyabad. That's what it is, thank you. For an individual who devoted his entire life.
Estoy muy bendecido de conocerlo y saber que hay gente así que está luchando en el mundo por un mundo mejor, lleno de libertad, lleno de oportunidades para otros.
Hace 25 años que nos conocimos y desde entonces hemos tenido muchas experiencias para intercambiar. Quedo muy agradecido contigo por las enseñanzas. Muchas gracias, Jim.
One man's work has been able to bring such a difference to the most downtrodden members of our society.
Y hoy te quiero decir gracias en nombre del pueblo de Guatemala, por todas las personas que hemos podido ayudar, por todas las familias que han cambiado su manera de vivir, porque ayudamos a cambiar su manera de pensar. Muchísimas gracias, Jim.
You know, they say that if you find something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I haven't worked a day in my life. And you know, Jim had a critical role in pointing me that way.
He has definitely made an impact on my life and many of the people here on the Navajo Nation that we've been able to work with.
De manera muy personal quiero agradecerle por todo lo que ha hecho en beneficio del mundo.
Gracias a él siempre lo voy a considerar y es un gran mentor para CHOICE Humanitarian.
Above all, Jim is my friend. One of my greatest friends, and he's a beautiful human.
For me, his magnum opus will always be changing my world and being my dear friend. I love my dad.
Thank you, Dr. James, for your willingness, your dream, as well as your restless and priceless support to uplift the quality of life of hundreds of thousands of people in Nepal.
Why am I doing this? I've been with CHOICE now almost 40 years, and it just gives me a sense of purpose and meaning that I think every person should have. Find that passion.